Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to possibly the last episode of the Quarry. I imagine it's gonna wrap up pretty damn quick, and I forgot to mute my YouTube, so if you heard me echoing in the background, that's what that was from. Um, I'm going on very little sleep, so hopefully I'm able to pay attention here and not get anyone else killed. Um, okay, so I'm just checking. Lauren and Travis killed each other. Okay. Um, the white whale. Ryan was mauled to death by Chris Hackett. Team building. Yeah, Emma and Abigail. Abigail found their way into the lodge. Um, so yeah, the last episode didn't go too well. It's for some of our teens. Jacob died. Got killed by, I'm assuming, Nick in werewolf form, who's locked up next to him. And then because I got distracted for a split second, I didn't pull the trigger as Ryan and was then killed by Chris Hackett. And because that happened, the result was then Emma getting killed by Travis Hackett, who she in turn lobbed his head off before she dropped dead. So things are going bad. But that means that in the meantime, Hackett. Oh, and so Bobby and Jedediah. Jedediah had walked out of the room. I had to watch the video again. The end of that because I was so fucking bent out of shape over the fact that Ryan got killed right there. Because I didn't have a chance to even like think about making a reaction. But that was the whole point. You had to make a snap decision and pull the trigger or don't really, really fast. And I just hesitated just long enough because I looked down to see what message just got sent to me, and that was all it took. Um, Jedediah had walked out of the room. I saw that. So he's still alive. Bobby just looked like he got knocked out and thrown up against the wall. So I think he's still alive, and he wasn't bitten. But we still have Dylan is still alive. Did I say Emma died? Emma didn't die. Why can't I remember her name? We literally just saw it, right? Laura. Laura's dead. Not Emma. So Emma is still alive. Abigail is still alive. They're currently in Chris Hackett's space, or about to be. Caitlin is still alive. Dylan is still alive. So we have four people still alive. Now, something that I had not realized until I was watching another video of somebody playing the game from early on. I don't want to watch anybody who's gotten past where I'm at. But one of the early videos, as I'm watching it, I realized that they had said something about, or Chris had made a comment, Chris Hack had made a comment about his kids and how his son Caleb and daughter Kaylee were not at the camp at the time. Well, here's the problem, is that, when we know Kaylee is dead, but he had made a remark about how during the he kind of like Caleb, the son, tends to come and go because he has a job at the scrap yard. And if you remember from the last episode, Caitlin and Dylan were attacked by a werewolf in the scrapyard. So we're probably safe to assume that that was Caleb. So that was Chris Hackett's kid. Chris Hackett, still alive, still a werewolf, still in the Hackett family home. Max, still a werewolf, still alive, wandering around the island. the white wolf, Silas, the original werewolf, out there somewhere we don't even know, and now also presumably somewhere within the Hackett house is Nick, still a werewolf, still alive. So Chris, Nick, Silas, Caleb. There's still 4 werewolves that are out there. I don't think Caleb being crushed by the SUV, I don't think he's dead. I think he just got stuck underneath it. Because again, he was not shot by Silver. So there's still 4 werewolves that are alive. There's at least 2 that are currently problematic, that being, or 3, I'm sorry, 3 that are currently problematic because we don't know where Silas is, and we know that Chris and Nick are still running around. So did I even get that accurate? Chris, Nick, Silas, Caleb, Max. Max is not a threat. Caleb might be incapacitated, but that still leaves 3 werewolves out and about. What's up, Romeo? Black Romeo is saying, I'm wondering so many things. If we let Jacob out, would he have survived? If we had attacked Jed, would Chris have been freed? I don't know. Believe me, dude. I've been thinking of, like, when I got done last night, I was thinking the same stuff. I was telling my housemate about how the game has such really, really well done chains of how decisions, unfold later on in the game, and that was something I had been thinking about later on. I'm like, and it's also something I'm looking forward to for replaying the game, just to see, like, okay, what is going to happen? What if we choose to get Jacob out of there? Would we have been able to? Would we have freed Nick? I think we would have, because that means we would have had to cut the power, and that seems to be how Nick got out. So maybe that would, and yes, had we attacked Jedediah right off the bat, would that have prevented things? I don't know. It really seems like every decision that you make, we wouldn't have run into Jed necessarily at the time either. We had a choice to run or hide when he was pursuing us. We could have hid. I don't know. But it's part of what I'm really enjoying about this game. I'm really loving how these decisions, even if they feel like they're innocuous, they end up becoming pretty freaking major. Like, you don't know what decisions you're making are really going to be super important. All right, so we're going to get back into this real quick. I'm going to say again that I'm making decisions based on how I think the characters would react. And the only hints that I'm using to keep people alive are the hints that I'm seeing in the tarot cards, which I don't have any clues from the last time that we talked to the tarot reader. So we're on our own. So we are now Caitlin back at the lodge.
The table, help me.
I was going to say, if Dylan's trying to reach down to pick up that table with both hands, it's not going to work.
Okay. Well, can't get much worse than it already is, right?
Never say that, dude.
Right.
Never say that.
Just like the cartoons.
It's been off and on all night. Gives us a little time.
I figured.
They don't like water, remember?
Right. Oh, we should have just been swimming in the lake all night.
And die of hypothermia? No.
Alright, well, we're good now.
Night's not over yet. These fuckers know we're in here, and they're coming back first chance they get.
Great news. Okay.
Alright, we gotta get a vantage point.
So here's a question, though, before I start wandering around. Hold on, let me respond to. Um, so even if they had, oh my God, I'm sorry. My allergies are killing me, and it's making my throat tickle. But even if they had done what Chris had asked them to do by staying in the lodge all night, not going anywhere, like, would that have even prevented anything at all? Like, I don't even know if that would have helped them. Okay, one thing we're going to remember. Why did the camera angle change so much coming into here this time? I don't like that. I thought this was a room where, in the beginning of the game, Jacob came in here and... Oh, great, I can't get out. Is this not the same room? Jacob went into the one room and there was a door that led to, I don't know if it was a meat locker or whatever the hell it was. But he was making the comments like, oh, I'd hate to get stuck in there. Yeah, this is definitely where he came in.
What's not okay? Better.
I'm glad I wandered in there. One second. My brother and I are texting back and forth about the whole Jeff Hardy getting arrested for another DUI. That whole mess. Alright, so maybe it wasn't this room. He wandered out of this room. I'm trying to remember the path I took. It's this room over here. Alright, so this is where we came in. But this was the room where... Oh, what's that?
What the heck is this?
I'm a happy bunny.
I don't know, but I don't know how that fit in that tiny little backpack. Yeah, the whole Jeff Hardy thing is an absolute freaking mess. Okay, so we can't go in there because Jacob was like, "Oh, wouldn't want to get stuck in there," and I figured that was for sure. That was foreshadowing. Okay, the stairway up is clear now, but I want to explore down here first. But yeah, this is like, I think Jeff's 5th DUI in total, 3rd time in 10 years, so it's a 3rd-degree felony, which technically he could face up to 5 years in jail, but that's if they actually give him jail time. But I don't think he will. I think that as a celebrity, as a rich person, that he's probably not going to see jail time, even though like wrestlers tend to get slammed pretty hard when things happen. Like they're not considered like the same level as like a Brad Pitt or somebody, you know. But I just have a feeling he's not going to actually face jail time, but he's definitely going to be like on massive fines. They'll try to get as much money out of him as they possibly can because he is wealthy. I don't think there's anything else down here, is there? And then he'll have his license will probably be revoked permanently. I think that's a no-brainer. And then He'll probably have all kinds of heavy restrictions placed on him. But it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. You know, after his brother had vouched for him and put him, you know, put himself out there. So now it's like that reflects badly on Matt Hardy, and the whole thing sucks. And I feel, you know, I empathize for people who have, you know, addiction issues and all that, but up to a point. But when you're 44 years old and you're still pulling this shit, and especially, he wasn't arrested at night. He was arrested at he got pulled over before 10 in the morning. He'd already been driving around and had 4 911 calls placed on him. And I know this isn't game related, but I'm ranting on this a little bit, but I'll wrap it up just by saying to anybody who's listening to this at any point, if you're gonna drink, don't drive. That's like the most no duh statement ever. But you know, like, before you're going anywhere and you have any kind of plans on going someplace and, you know, even if you're having just a couple of beers, just take an Uber there and take an Uber home, or a Lyft, or have a friend that's not going to drive. Have a literal designated driver. Don't put yourself into a freaking position where you're going to get behind the wheel doing anything. You know? Yeah, Romeo's echoing exactly what I was just saying. Same thing, you know, like it would be common sense now. You know, if you're gonna drink, get an Uber. It's my housemate does that. There's, you know, in the city we're living in, there's bars all over the place, and he'll, you know, he and his girlfriend would go to a bar around the corner, and then that's what he does all the time. He calls an Uber, gets a ride there, and gets a ride home. And he's not even going out there and getting completely blasted, but just to use the common sense of not putting yourself at risk and putting others at risk. That's where I get pissed off about this whole thing.
Jeez, I'm see really struggling if they're begging for $1.
Chris Haskett is asking campers' parents for additional donations to help with lodge renovation costs. Isn't that what camp fees are for? Where else would that money be going? Interesting. I'm sure that was probably the main thing to find in here. It is really, really dark. Oh, what's this?
Nice to put a name to a big mean face. So what, you're like Mr. H's brother, I guess?
Who?
The big dude from earlier, when you and Ryan went to the radio hut. Mr. H's brother, I guess?
Right.
I don't know if I would just toss that. Romeo says probably their elaborate cage setup. I mean, that's very possible. It could be anything. All right, we're not going upstairs yet. Well, hold on. So I guess that's Jedediah and Constance, and then whoever the youngest or oldest Hackett brother.
How long has this guy been here?
Ancestral portrait. Large and overbearing, this regal oil painting of Septimus Hackett holds pride of place on the lodge's chimney column.
A long time ago. Long enough ago that it was okay to have an oil painting made of yourself.
I kind of want an oil painting of me now.
No, we're gonna keep looking.
Maybe I should keep looking.
I just feel like I don't want to miss any clues or anything that might save our bacon, so to speak.
Poor Ian. Some camp mascot to kick it before camp starts. Well, hindsight, sounds about right.
So that was memorial to the deceased camp mascot Ian. From the looks of the drawing, Ian was a sheep, though nobody got to meet him this year. So we found the...
We have a camp mascot?
Well, no, we did. Wait, you didn't hear?
Hear what?
He died before we got to camp.
Bummer.
Yeah, he was eaten by Chris, apparently. That's one criticism I have with this game is they don't... There's a lot of little details and things that happen that they don't tie together too well. Like story beats that, like for instance, when I look at... Let's go look at clues. Where is it? Miner's lunchbox. Septimus Hackett was running the show when the Hackett's fortune started to crumble. He was responsible for closing down the Quarry all those years ago after falling on hard times. All right, where is the... Campers never knew how Chris killed and ate the camp mascot. In fact, they didn't know a lot about camp leader Chris Hackett. Hackett. The bloodied collar. So, right here, like, we found this out. Chris Hackett killed the camp mascot on the night Laura and Max were kidnapped. Like, we didn't know that. You know, we had no idea. Romeo says they let you, the player, tie them. I'm assuming you mean tie them together. And it says, I'm not going to lie, when I heard that when Chris killed the mascot, I thought it was a person in a suit. Yeah, I thought it was like a dog or something. I had no idea, but I mean, they're not just letting you figure that out yourself. It's straight up telling you Chris Hackett killed the camp mascot. This is before we just found out that there even was a mascot. That's the first time in this entire game that there's been a mention of that. Ian was a sheep, the camp mascot. Something slaughtered him down in the storm shallow. So I guess we should have found that. Ian was a sheep. We should have found that when we were walking around trying to explore this place the first time, but never found it. Lodge renovation plans. In fact, blueprints for structural repairs on the lodge's chimney column. Judging by scrawled annotations, this is not something Chris Hackett has the money to action right now. The fact that Chris Hackett is asking campers' parents for donations means that these repairs may be more crucial than they first thought. Okay, there's more clues that I haven't. Camp letter. Chris Hackett is asking for donations. Maybe the camp is in worse shape than the fees can cover. Well, yeah. All right. Team building. Kaylin has Dylan's company in the lodge. Yeah, the mascot was mentioned, and like Romeo was saying, the mascot was mentioned, but it was an offhand comment. Yeah, but we didn't know that the mascot's name was Ian or anything like that, as far as I know. But we sure as hell didn't, like, none of these counselors saw the the collar or anything like that, and it never came up. Just weird that this is the only time that we would have found out, as if we had come up here, that Ian was the camp mascot. Oh. What's that?
Where have I seen this emblem before?
Inscribed jewelry. Discarded jewelry. Thrown off in a scuffle. The inscription reveals that it belongs to Bobby Hackett. That's big boy.
What is it?
A ring with a crest on it.
Oh, very fancy. You can never pull it off.
Yeah, probably a lot of them didn't know. Ryan probably knew because he's been there a bunch of times.
I remember Mr. H's cheesy ass announcements. Whoa.
That could come in handy. Unless it's out of power now.
Careful with that. That's a camp relic.
Relax. It's dead anyway.
Ah. R.I.P. megaphone.
Wow, you just pushed us, Dylan. Well, it sucks that it's out of power because that could have come in handy for scaring off a werewolf with a high-pitched noise.
Trail cam footage. It's like they're looking for something.
Yeah, in Chris's surveillance room. He's storing all the footage. I think you might be right.
Smart. Archived trail cam footage from Hackett Woods dating back 6 years. Once again, trying to keep ourselves out of jail after all of this. Yeah, it's convenient. Our best weapon against the werewolves. Useless. Alright, so there's one other set of stairs that we can go up. If we're able to do it, if it doesn't turn into the old. Should we plan for an attack as soon as we walk out of this room? No? Not gonna happen? Okay. Family photo. I'm glad that Caitlin at least seems to walk a little faster than in some other cases where we're specifically looking for clues and they're at a very slow pace. Like, she's walking with a little more urgency, basically. Ooh, the High Priestess. I didn't think we'd have another chance to talk to the crazy lady. That's an awesome looking card. Liza was killed in the fire that broke out after her traveling show 6 years ago. Oh, at her traveling show 6 years ago. Her ghost roams the woods of Hackett's Quarry ever since, and she's been determined to get revenge on the Hackett family for what they did to her. Her tarot cards, once lost in the blaze, have allowed her to guide you through the night, though her motives may not have been as transparent as first thought. All right, so we're not going to get another moment with the tarot reader. Eliza, apparently, that's her name. I'm guessing that she's also the one who's been whispering at us. Yeah, that's definitely the tarot lady. All right, was that it? That was all that was up here? I mean, that was not insignificant or anything. What? There's a ladder. Okay, we cannot go up this ladder. I can't see. Is this not the staircase? Where the hell is the staircase? I can't see anything. Oh, here it is. I don't know what else we ought to be doing down here. Like where does she make the comment about getting ready for an attack? Romeo says, the Priestess Arcana is a symbol of hidden knowledge or other untapped power, wisdom, female mystery, and patience. Or a crazy tarot lady looking for revenge. That's definitely fitting. So you blocked off the door. In the meantime, this place is just surrounded by windows that can very easily be busted through. I don't know what we're supposed to be looking for. Or why Dylan constantly seems to want to go upstairs. Like, are we supposed to be going upstairs for some reason? Or did he just do that because we walked past his steps? One more time to wander through here. Yeah, what are we supposed to be doing here? Alright, we don't need to be in here because there was nothing else other than to close that window. Look, a bear. The recurring theme. There's no bears. Oh, wait, there are bears, but there's no bears, but sometimes there's bears. Where am I supposed to be going? I think I missed something important, because why am I just wandering around? This is getting annoying. I'm fairly certain I was just here. One more time wandering upstairs. Oh, we can't go up those stairs. I guess there's crap all over them. Yes, they're blocked. Okay. Well, that's why Dylan didn't try going up those stairs. Alright, so I'm going to assume we need to go up here. Bobby. A positive. Or a piece of shit. Ah. I'm trying to remember where we were that gave us the option of getting better prepared or whatever. Alright, this doesn't go anywhere. I think when we crossed over, we went out up the stairs on this side. I think it's where it said keep exploring or... Oh, here it is. Okay. Probably not a great idea to be
through the summer.
standing in front of the open blinds.
We're here to lead the way. Mates for life, we're proud to say. Shout it, Stratton, shout it loud. We're Hacketeers. 2 months and you never learn the words?
Oh, terrific.
Showtime, motherfuckers.
Okay.
What is going on out there? Should we go find the others?
No, we're safer in here and it's nearly morning.
What the?
Oh, excellent. Why did you just stand there? Run or wait? I mean, I gotta figure she's gonna be ready to take a shot. Oh, that's good. You guys split up. Great idea.
What was that?
It's Caitlin.
Holy shit.
Well, we gotta let her in.
Oh, we can't. The office door's locked from the outside.
There must be something we can do.
Yeah, but what?
Beam or window? Beam or window? Beam?
Come on.
Oh my god! That was creepy. Oh, hi, Dylan. Close the door, stupid. Meanwhile, Dylan is still in the room. Or not. Path updated. All right.
Really?
Okay.
Ah, look where we are. That did not give me a lot of time to make the decision to hold my breath, I'll tell you that. Freezer. Use the decoy. Yes! Yes! Oh, this is actually all coming together now. Thank you.
Will you play with me?
Nice! Someone could have died there? Yeah, probably. Calm your shit, Dylan. That's just one. Romeo says that was badass. I agree. I like how that all came together. And ironically, I think last night was a full moon. Oh, hello, Eliza.
It's been an interesting night, wouldn't you agree? The cycle continues, for some at least. I have to admit, you've disappointed me, but not as much as you could have done. We're bonded now, you and I. And though the full moon will come again, and the curse remains, this night is over. Don't worry. I'll never forget what you did here. But don't you dare ever step foot in Hackett's Quarry again. If I see you poking your nose where it doesn't belong, I will never stop haunting you. Wherever you go, I'll be right behind you. The breath on your neck, always just out of sight. If you ever come back,
It'd be rather abrupt if this is the end of the game.
Come follow me into a place where the fear is gone and the worries fade away. 'Cause it's a brand new day.
I imagine, while I'm kind of disappointed, not the end of it, but we're in the end game part now, possibly. Ryan, deceased. Ryan was killed by Werewolf Chris, the camp leader he once looked up to. Laura and Travis reached a bloody end at each other's hands. Yeah, it's over. Laura and Travis reach a bloody end. Travis deceased. He had no head. Bobby. Uninjured, Bobby was able to fend off an attack from Chris, his brother, in werewolf form. Thanks to Bobby fending off werewolf Chris, Jed survived the attack at Hackett House. Laura shot Constance's face off in a struggle for the gun. Jacob was killed by werewolf Nick after Ryan refused to help him escape the Hackett's basement. Chris Hackett's daughter Kaylee was shot and killed by Laura, who mistook her for werewolf Chris. Chris, still infected, spared by Ryan at the Hackett house. Chris must now face the consequences of his rampage. Nick survived the full moon in werewolf form. Abigail made it to safety in Chris Hackett's surveillance room. Emma survived the night in the safety of Chris Hackett's surveillance room. Caitlin survived by luring Caleb into the freezer using the lost rabbit toy left by Abby. Oh, that was Caleb. Dylan lived to see sunrise thanks to Caitlin trapping Caleb in the freezer. Caleb's werewolf infection protected him from the cold in the freezer. Here come the cops. The white wolf alive. As the sun rises, the white wolf slinks back into the safety of the woods, waiting for the full moon to come again.
Bodies recovered in summer camp murder mystery. What do you make that, Anton?
Bad journalism? Murder mystery? Isn't that just an unsolved murder?
Yes, I suppose that is what most journalists would say, but perhaps the journalists of North Kill share.
Romeo says, to be fair, the game was about survival. Totally agreed.
Yeah, I guess there wouldn't be
I
much
think I know how Bobby could die. If Ryan had stabbed him with the knife, that was still in him.
Can we at least
Then Chris
start
would
the
have killed
podcast
him.
Before you completely resign yourself to
Yeah.
cynicism?
I thought we'd done the whole Hackett's Quarry thing.
Not this Hackett's Quarry thing.
What was this, like 3 months ago? Old news, dude.
Anton, introductions first. We are Bizarre Yet Bonafide, the podcast of the paranormal. I'm Grace.
And I'm Anton.
And together, we explore the possibility of supernatural involvement in real life, everyday occurrences.
And that's exactly what they are. Real life, everyday occurrences.
With a shadow of spiritual, supernatural occurrences.
No.
Okay, so I hope you've got hat insurance, Anton, because I'm about to blow your mind.
Did you just ask if I had hat insurance?
Yes, it's responsible to insure those things which mean the most to you.
A hat.
Yes.
Okay, I know where your priorities lie. Go on.
Anyway, there actually is a real reason that we're coming back to Hackett's Quarry. There've been some developments, and I've sourced some information.
I remain skeptical.
Oh, have you?
Under my hat.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Oh, God, why? Why are you smiling? Stop it, I hate it.
Why? I had braces. I have to make use of them sometimes.
You do have very pretty teeth.
Thank you. That's something that a lot of podcast listeners might not know about me. So, it just so happens I've got someone on the inside. So today's episode is going to have a bit of a show and tell vibe to it.
Who do you know on the inside? The inside of where?
What?
You know someone on the inside?
Don't we all have someone on the inside? You know, an inner critic that says, stop doing a podcast.
Oh, this is
No
so
one's
like
listening."
a typical podcast.
Okay, well, what I really meant is, let's call it an anonymous donation. You know, we're not the only ones who flagged this as a bizarre situation. Someone actually reached out to us. They sent us a package.
Did you didn't open it? I don't trust anyone who listens to this show.
Oh, I couldn't wait to open it. Surprise!
Anonymous donation?
Okay, you've always promised me since day one of this podcast that if you could see true evidence, you will consider all options, right? Did you not say that?
I did say that, yes.
I mean, I know
knowing for a fact that we would never see any evidence, I did say that.
Okay, well, we've been sent information, and we need to decide whether it's bizarre or bona fide.
Okay, fine. Let's do this. For
It's a
anyone listening at
werewolf
home,
head.
We're about to open a package from a mysterious person who listens to this show. If you are the one who sent us whatever it is, congrats, you got us.
Sorry, the tape is just really... There's just so much tape on the package. Sorry, can you help me with this? Do you have, like, a key I could, like, slice at it with?
No, I don't want you to dull my key. Just use your fingers.
But just give me your fucking key, Anton.
No.
Give me your fucking key.
No. Get your own key.
It's not like you lock your door.
Of course I lock my door.
What are you hiding?
What am I hiding? Do you not lock
I don't
your
want to
doors?
dull
No,
my
I'm not.
You
key.
think that ghosts are real, but you
Dude.
don't lock your doors?
No, ghosts couldn't open my doors. They could walk through my walls, Anton.
Okay, you need to be more concerned with murderers.
Take a look. Apparently, they found another body.
Whoa! You can't just show me a picture of a dead body. You got to tell me before you're gonna do that.
Is that the
Okay,
clown?
Then let's take this over. Anton, can I show you a picture of a dead body?
No!
I can't work with that, Anton.
Okay, fine. Yes, it's a dead body. Okay, what is this? What am I looking at?
It's one of the hikers that went missing. Do you remember that?
Yes,
Oh.
that's the true part of the story.
Yeah. Ed Benson was his name. He was drowned in the lake.
Okay, drowned or was drowned?
Now you're getting grammatical.
I'm not getting grammatical. If you drown, you just went swimming and you drowned. If he's been drowned, then someone drowned him.
Well, then I think I implied precisely what I meant to imply. Now, of course, I can't verify this info,
Of
but...
course you can.
What, do I have, like, a history of not verifying
Yes,
my
it's
info?
fake.
Okay, but I feel very strongly that he was drowned.
Okay, well, do the police know about this? Are the Hackett family suspects?
Okay, I like that you are getting into this. Here's the thing. The newspaper says this guy's still missing, right? He looks pretty fucking found in this picture.
Okay, yeah, I mean, he's not missing, he's right there, but
Yeah.
why? Why would they say he's still missing?
Because it is a conspiracy! A
Oh,
cover-up.
God.
Don't you see? They're all in on it.
Who's all in on it? The Hackett family?
The Hackett family, the North Kill Gazette. I told you I've been suspicious of them from the start.
Okay, so there's the one hiker, he's dead. What about the other one?
Anne Radcliffe, still missing. Who knows how many bodies are still down there, though.
I don't know, this is pretty inconclusive. I'm sorry that the guy drowned, but this kind of seems like a big to-do over nothing.
Or is it a big undo of something, which is what a cover-up is?
Okay, you can't just twist my words like that.
Okay, so I anticipated your skepticism, which is why I saved this little gem for next.
Finally, you're gonna present me with some ghost ectoplasm.
Put out your ring finger. I've got a little gem to slide onto it.
What do you got?
Leaked photos from the hiker's camera. Photos that show them at Hackett's Quarry.
So, maybe they were there and then they dropped their camera. It happens all the time.
Yeah,
Oh, the
their
memory
camera
stick that was in
being
Jacob's
murdered.
underwear.
And their bags were found there, too.
Oh, no way. Do you have a fake photo of them, too?
Oh, please.
Okay, so you have a picture of bags. These could be anyone's bags.
Well, they match up to the ones in their photos from their camera, and they have a monogram of their initials. I think, at least. Or it's water damage, I can't tell.
Yeah, okay. That's not nothing. I'll give you that.
So, we've got to talk a little more about the Hackett family.
Right, so these guys are like the heritage landowners, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Their great-great-great-grandparents were trappers who claimed the land way back when.
They just claimed it?
Yes, they did. They put their
So they
flag
had
on it
monograms
just like the man on the moon.
on those bags,
The Hackett
and there was a monogram on that ring that Caitlin found that Bobby was
Apparently,
carrying.
when
So
they claimed it, they found
I'm guessing
quartzite?
Okay, I was hoping you would ask.
they killed.
Fun fact, every
The hikers?
in the whole of New York is made
The hunters did.
of quartzite.
That's not
They
fun
killed
or a fact.
the hikers.
Most of them are. But I digest.
Digress?
It was a pun. They dug the quarry and hit great heights of success before Septimus Hackett, classic bad guy name, the seventh son of the Trappers, the number 7, has great supernatural powers, closed the mine down.
Okay, so then they only had the land to live off.
Yes, you say only, but this land actually spans acres. That's a lot of forest, a lot of unexplored darkness.
Ooh, okay, a great place to hide, to have all these dark secrets for this strange, reclusive family.
And this is where we start to get a little more into paranormal territory.
Okay, here we go.
Acres and acres of haunted woods.
If you say so.
Oh my god! No! Jeez. So ending it with the podcast, that was...
The podcast of
That's a
paranormal.
pretty good way to do the credit scene, the end credits.
Back to bizarre yet bona fide. Anton, today I'm actually going to pass you some light reading.
Okay, you're gonna make me read this? All right, this is...
What you're seeing now is a copy of a letter that Kaylee Hackett wrote to her grandma. Allegedly.
Ah, the confession
All right,
letter.
This seems like more of a you job, but I suppose I
Right,
can
but
read
I
this.
feel like if some of the evidence comes from your mouth, it will have more clout.
Right, okay, here we go. Gammy, how long we gonna drag this shit out? I know family is the most important thing, but I want to know what's outside the forest, outside this damn house and camp, and I sure as hell know that ain't about to happen 'cause of who we are. Maybe we can explain what's going on. Fucking show people. Then they'll know we got no control over it. I know you just trying to protect us, but one day you won't be here no more, and right now it feels like we stuck in a dark hole. I can't sleep, Gammy, or if I do, I dream about that fucking fire. We were just dumbass kids back then. I wish it never happened. Love, K, XOXO. That took a turn.
Yes. Dream about that fucking fire. Is that
Ah.
as the haunted scribblings of someone who saw something that they shouldn't have seen.
Yeah, no, I'm fully creeped out.
She was clearly going through some stuff.
And this is legit?
I mean, I don't know why someone would fake it. Then
So
again, I can't
Kaylee and Caleb
So,
as kids
you
set that
suspect your
fire.
disbelief slightly.
Man, this poor girl.
Yeah, there was something going on, something eating away at her, and that's what I want to explore.
Okay, well, consider my disbelief suspended. For now.
So, I don't think that's going to be a problem for this next one.
Oh god, why? Holy shit, this is a cease and desist letter.
And it's addressed to us.
Dude, why didn't you tell me about this?
Well, it was never actually sent.
That's mad shit, fam.
What?
Signed by Travis Hackett.
We're not doing anything illegal.
Aren't
So the kids caused the fire. They were the ones cursed,
Yes,
not
it wasn't
Chris.
technically sent to us.
Cease and desist letters come from people.
No, Silas is the one cursed.
Okay.
And next we have this empty vial thing.
The son,
Now,
like
to
he
me,
was
empty
the
implies that it was once
werewolf.
Samesies.
Bloodstains, maybe?
But I think-
Filled with blood?
Looks that way.
Freaky.
Silas must have bitten
Do
one
I
of them.
detect a hint of belief?
Love a good ritual. Kinda fucked up that these guys know who we are, though.
Okay, Anton, what you see next pretty much confirms it.
That you're a crackpot conspiracy theorist, a loser?
Shit went down at Hackett's Quarry this summer. Real, supernatch shit.
See, you always say things like this, and you're always overselling it.
You always have to oversell something to even sell it. That's capitalism, baby.
Alright.
Okay, this is actual footage from one of the trail cams in Hackett Woods.
Oh, cool, a camera in the middle of the woods? Did they find a squirrel?
Be honest, if it was mounted on a mountain bike, you would watch that whole video.
Yes, of course. Is there a mountain bike involved?
No, but take a look anyways.
Okay.
But if they were cursed, then after Kaylee died, wouldn't that have uncursed somebody?
Okay, well, a skinny bear?
Okay, this could be some of the clearest footage of something like this I've ever seen.
Right.
I think it was more being cursed
Blurry and convincing. Sometimes the truth
by
can
being
be contained within
constantly haunted and pursued by Eliza and
Yeah.
Silas.
And also, footage is pretty easy to fake. Technology is super scary.
Yeah, but what the hell were the Hacketts doing with footage like this anyways?
Huh. That's a good point. Weird little video of a skinny bear. Yeah, I don't know.
Again, you keep saying a skinny bear. Have you seen a skinny bear?
Yes, that's
Bears
very
are
sad.
huge. Oh.
Yeah, polar bears, it's hard for them to find food sometimes. Don't feel too bad for them, though. They're nasty.
Okay, but putting the Hackett family aside for a moment, there's more to this. Are you ready for some real spooky shit?
I'm ready for real spooky shit. I don't know if you can provide it, but please try.
Don't get too freaked out.
I'll try my hardest.
Okay, do you want to hold my hand?
No.
Okay. Do you need someone to comfortingly pat your back?
Please.
I do like how this is wrapping up all the evidence that we found.
I don't want you to do anything. I want you to say what you have.
Actually, you might be a little freaked out at this.
Ugh. Is that skin?
Skin, fur, whatever you want to call it, really.
It looks human. Wait. Is it?
Apparently, it belongs to whatever creature supposedly caused all this.
Do we have the actual thing? Can I see it in the flesh, so to speak?
No, just the photo. Whoever got in touch was smart enough to not risk actually stealing evidence.
Convenient that we can't see the real deal, huh?
Come on, man.
Just saying.
So this next thing to me isn't overtly supernatural, but it'd be unfair not to discuss it.
Okay, so far I wouldn't describe any of it as overtly supernatural, but sure, let's do this.
Claw marks.
Romeo says, I hope it actually does go over the evidence you found in your playthrough. I think that's what they're doing right now.
I'm kind of interested because whoever did reach out thought it was worth sharing.
Grace, it's highly likely this is all just an elaborate prank.
True. But if I treated everything like that, then I wouldn't have a job.
Fair point, I guess.
Because this is everything that came up in my evidence list that they're talking about right now.
Or what's left of them, at least.
Wait, you believe it?
I don't know. At the very least, we should tell someone. The police should know, right?
So you believe it? All of it?
No, not the supernatural stuff. I'm talking about killing those hikers. We've got a body, evidence they were there. This is real stuff, Grace. It's stacking up against the Hacketts. We might actually know something.
We got a whole flapjack stack of evidence.
Yes.
So what do we do?
Shut off the podcast and report this to somebody?
What? No! Anton, we finally have something going here. It's getting juicy.
They gotta go and explore for themselves.
Actual people have actually died. This is actually crazy. Grace, you did it. Just take the win. Let's turn this off and actually report it.
No, say actually more.
Ass.
Hiker remains recovered. Hackett family suspected. Surviving members of the Hackett's family have been arrested and charged with the murder of missing hikers Edward Benson and Anne Radcliffe. Ooh. Interesting. I'm afraid of pressing any buttons because I don't know if there's going to be like more that's going to pop up on their computer or anything like that, but so I'll do a little talky talk here while it's quiet-ish. All right, so obviously, like I said, that the game seemed to just end abruptly. Does that include Caleb and Chris? I would imagine if they said surviving members, that would be Caleb, Chris, Bobby, and Jedediah. But anyway, like the game ended kind of abruptly. It seemed like we had that one final showdown against Caleb, but oh, dude, yeah, that's a good point. Romeo says, because if they got arrested, I suspect trouble at a prison. Yeah, that would not be a good ending. But if we, obviously, if we had been able to save Jacob, save Laura, save Ryan, with everything that went down in their area. Like, I'm sure there would have been more happening towards the end of the game. Jacob probably trying to escape Nick. That probably would have been a story that would have been taking place. Everything with Chris Hackett and the family, like how that would have all played out if we didn't get Ryan and Laura killed. I don't know. Maybe Laura would have died and there would have been nothing we could do about it, just because... Who knows? I don't know how that would have played out, because Travis killed her, not Jedediah, but who knows? I just don't know how that would have all played out, but I imagine that there would have been more story beats taking place had those three survived, or at least survived a little bit longer. Certainly, if Ryan and Jacob both survived, it would have gone longer. But I think since they were constantly hinting at Laura and Ryan being a thing, Romeo says, I'm disappointed there wasn't like an outro of the surviving team getting together and getting out. But I understand why there isn't one, because there's too many factors in who would have survived. Yeah, but at the same time, this isn't a game where they did a ton of like open world sandbox type of mapping. It's not like you're playing Assassin's Creed or GTA or something like that, where you're actually running and jumping and shooting and sprinting and driving and doing all this crazy stuff. Like, it's not one of those games. It's all cinematic stuff. So I don't see... There were 7 campers, and then if you include Laura, there was 8. Like, there has to have been a way to, like, kind of done cinematics for each grouping of, surviving. It doesn't kill me that they didn't have that included, but it would have been nice. I definitely agree. But yeah, I think there certainly would have been more if we were able to get more to survive. Oh, Death Rewind. You've unlocked the Death Rewind feature. This feature allows you 3 opportunities within a single playthrough of the Quarry to reverse a playable character's death and try again to save them. Use your 3 lives wisely. Ooh, really? Enable the Death Rewind feature now? Okay. You can enable or disable the Death Rewind feature via the accessibility section of the settings menu at any time. Interesting. I mean, I'm not going to do that now, but that's yeah, that's very interesting. What is movie mode? Is that all? Watch us from a selection of predefined outcomes. Oh, really? Everyone lives, everyone dies, director's chair. Huh. So let's see the everyone lives. Just watching if it's a movie, I guess. Yeah, that's what it seems like. To start the movie? Alright, let's play it. Let's see what happens. Oh wait, is this a whole game? Okay. Hold on. Is this? All right, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. So, okay, so that's very interesting. That movie mode, we can actually watch the entire sequence of events in the game without playing it and just watching what would happen. That's pretty cool. But we're not going to sit here for the next few hours because I got to eat and get ready for work. But that's a cool feature, though. Yeah, Romeo was saying everyone lives, everyone dies, and you decide in every instance. See, I like that. That's very cool. Although I definitely think, like, for me, before I do any of that, like, I thought it was just going to be like the everyone lives or everyone dies was just going to be like the very end to show, like, a cinematic of, oh, we're all alive, or I don't know, or what a shame they're all dead. Like, some kind of a cinematic like we were just talking about. But I'd prefer to play through the game again and try to make different decisions and then see how things go, which is what I'll do. Obviously not on a live stream, but I'll do that again. This game ruled, man. This was... Director mode is you decide person by person. Okay, very cool. But yeah, just to wrap up, this game was awesome. Romeo, and I appreciate you... pretty much, you've been hanging in for like every stream, dude. And again, like I said all the time, I appreciate you piping in with the information regarding the tarot cards and stuff, because it definitely helps to like kind of get an idea, even if it doesn't directly involve like what that card's saying for the game. It still helps with the ambiance of what that card is kind of representing to flesh out a little bit of how it might affect the actual game itself. Romeo saying, I'm genuinely thinking I might get this. I would. It's full game price right now, so it's on PS5. It's $70, and only because, you know, like I said, I had a gift card that I hadn't cashed in yet from my birthday back in January, which I totally forgot that I had it. That was the only reason why I went ahead and I splurged the money on this, because it ended up only costing me $20 because I had a $50 gift card. But right now it's $70. So if you think $70 is worth a game that's pretty short but super intriguing and I thought was super fun, then go ahead and do it. Otherwise, I would say just wait and let it drop in price and then definitely nab it. But this was, like I said, this game was really fun. I enjoyed it a lot. And it says a lot where I just played through the game and I want to play it again like ASAP to try to redo a lot of decisions. And obviously I can skip cinematics and whatnot. Yeah, like you say, Romeo was saying, and it has insane replayability. It totally does. And it's fun to be like, all right, I know this will get them killed, like to make the decisions to intentionally get people killed, try to save everybody, try to make all the opposite decisions that you normally would make and see how sideways things can go. And there's things that I wasn't able to find on this playthrough, and I think you wouldn't have found, because I was watching Jacksepticeye playing through it, and he found in the very beginning when Laura and Max were out in the woods and Laura was exploring, when he was controlling Laura, they ended up finding the Silas the dog boy, the little whatever, the wagon or whatever he was being kept in for the traveling sideshow. Like, it was all busted up and out in the woods. So when he was playing as Laura, like, he found that spot. I never found it because I went down a different direction. It was literally a make a left or a right path decision, and he went a different way that I went. And so clearly there are things that you can't find if you go one way and things you can't find if you go the other way. So you have to play it multiple times to actually find all the different evidence, because there was quite a bit that I didn't see, a lot of clues and whatnot that we never discovered. Romeo was saying maybe play like Two-Face, flip a coin for each decision. That would be cool too. Yeah, like lots of ways you can play through this game, and yeah, it's like I said, super entertaining, man. Very well done. I enjoyed watching people play through Until Dawn. I never personally played it. But I don't know. Something about Until Dawn didn't really make me want to like I was content just watching. Maybe it would have been different if I played the game first before seeing anyone play through it, but this makes me want to play the game multiple times. This was excellent. And, you know, as someone who grew up with 80s horror films, even though this is set in modern day, it's essentially an 80s horror flick. And this is absolutely right up my alley. Very cool. Very cool. I like it a lot. So, highly recommended. Again, I think it's all about how much money you're willing to put down on a game as to whether or not it's worth purchasing right away. But beyond that, beyond the affordability, when it comes down to whether or not the game itself is worth playing, I say yes, absolutely 110% this game is absolutely worth doing. This was great. So with that said, I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to actually eat something and get ready to go to work. And I'm content. And I looking forward to this. But I will get back to The Division. That will be the next thing that I'll be doing on the live stream. So we'll get back to that probably tomorrow. Yeah, the Stanley Cup finals start tomorrow, but that's not until 8, so yeah, so I'll probably do another stream of The Division tomorrow, and we'll get back into that. And I don't know what new game after that will come up, but we'll figure something out. And the I can't remember the name of the game off the top of my head, Romeo, that you had suggested, the detective game. You know what it is. I looked it up. It definitely looks interesting, so I'll probably look to get my hands on that and possibly play through that. It looks like it's only like a 2 or 3 hour game, so that's cool too. You'll probably mention the name of it, but I can't off the top of my head. But I do have you saying it on the chat, so I can go back to one of my earlier videos and look that up, because I forgot to write it down because I'm a moron. All right, but anyway, that's it for this stream. That's it for this game. The Quarry. Awesome experience. So, thank you all so much for watching. Again, Romeo, thanks for popping in here, man, and participating. I hope everybody out there enjoyed me getting kids killed. But I hope everybody else is staying healthy and safe, and they're remaining smart instead of scared of these crazy times that we're living in. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe, hit that notification button, do all that YouTube stuff, and until the next one, as always, peace.